Simita, adoremos. When they
There has been a lot of debate and speculations about the possible connection between the Luo people of Kenya and the Igbo people of Nigeria. Many have pointed out striking similarities in words and names. Obi, Aba, Ojuku, Okeke, Okechi, Odera, Amadi, and so on. Others have noticed cultural and traditional resemblances that raise intriguing questions. So today, I'm here to dive into this topic and reveal the truth. Are the Luo and the Igbo people truly connected by shared ancestry? Or are these similarities just a coincidence? Before we dive into today's topic, I have an exciting news. I've opened a new YouTube channel dedicated to skits and drama. So expect comedy, real life stories, family drama, and an exciting blend of Kenya and Nigerian lifestyles brought to you in the most entertaining way. I'll drop the link in the comment section, so make sure to check it out. Okay, let's get to at least 1,000 subscribers. Just a way of you showing me that you support me and you love me, and to also encourage me to start posting. I can't wait to bring you an amazing content on that channel too. Thank you so much. Now, let's get into today's topic. The Luo are the fourth largest ethnic group in Kenya, primarily residing in the western part of the country around Lake Victoria. The Luos are found in Uganda, Congo, Tanzania, Sudan, and Ethiopia. They are part of the larger Nilotic ethnic group, whose origin can be traced back to the Nile River in present-day Sudan and Egypt. Frequent clashes with neighboring Nilotic groups forced them to migrate using Nile River, seeking safer places to settle and water resources to support their cattle and fishing activities. As the Luo moved southward, they intermarried some of the Bantu and Kalenjin communities in western Kenya. This allowed them to settle peacefully in areas such as Kisumu, Siaya, Homa Bay, and Migori. Over time, they expanded into Kisumu, Siaya, Homa Bay, Migori, Busia, and some parts of Kericho and Nandi. The Igbo, on the other hand, are the third largest ethnic group in Nigeria, mainly found in the southeastern regions such as Abia State, Anambra, Ebonyi State, Enugu State, and Imo State, with also a significant population in Cameroon, Gabon, and Equatorial Guinea. Both communities have large diasporas, with many Luo found in UK and the US, while the Igbo have strong communities in the US, UK, and Canada. A theory actually links the Igbo people to the Nile River, particularly the ancient Egyptians. It argues that the Igbo migrated from the northeastern regions of Africa, possibly through the Nile River, before settling in the current location in southeastern Nigeria. While some oral traditions among the Igbo people believe they were part of the larger group that migrated, possibly from the Middle East or East Africa, to settle in their present-day territory. Another theory also suggests that the Igbo have been part of a larger group of Niger-Congo language speakers who gradually settled in different parts of West Africa. Despite being West Africa, the Igbos have many cultural similarities with the Luo. Luo children are given names based on circumstances of birth, weather, or events occurring. For example, Odiambo, which means born in the evening, or Akinyi, born in the morning. Similarly, the Igbo name children based on events or circumstances as well. For example, Chukwudi, meaning God exists. You see, both groups believe that a name actually carries a person's destiny, and that's why naming ceremonies are sacred family traditions. Extended family is everything for both the Luo and the Igbo. Igbo and Luo men take pride in seeing their wife and children being well taken care of. This pride stems from the expectation that a man should fulfill his duties as a father. A man's ability to provide for his family is seen as a reflection of his success, character, and reputation. Historically, the Luo lived in homestays called Dala, arranged according to seniority, with the eldest house in the center. Today, many Luo live in urban areas, working in business, politics, and academia. In both cultures, elders hold high respect, and their blessings are key in major life decisions, from marriage to leadership. Polygamy was also traditionally accepted in both communities, though modernization has changed this in many places. Music and dance are central to both cultures. Luo people love Ohangla, that is a drum-based music style full of rhythm and storytelling, popular in celebrations. They also have what is called Benga, a modern Luo-influenced music genre, blending traditional and electric instruments. The dodo performed at weddings, and nyatiti, please pardon me, I'm not an Igbo, neither am I a Kenyan, so please pardon my pronunciation in case I'm not pronouncing it correctly. Moving on, we have the nyatiti dance, named after the traditional nyatiti lie. The Igbo have their traditional high life music pioneered by Igbo musician Chief Osita Osadebe. We also have the ogene music, which is a music based on ogene, which is a gong instrument. Common in Igbo cultural ceremonies. Igbo dancers are energetic and symbolic. Some famous Igbo dances include Atilogu dance, a highly acrobatic and fast-paced traditional dance; Ogedege dance, a royal dance performed by women, showcasing elegance and tradition. Both communities use music to celebrate and mourn. The Luo wear a kitenge, a colorful fabric wrapped around the body, often with proverbs or messages printed on them. They also wear what is called leso or chiko, which is a wrap around cloth, worn around the waist. Some Luo men wear beaded necklaces or bracelets, especially during ceremonies. Older Luo men may wear the cap, which is called kofia, especially during ceremonies. On the other hand, the Igbos, they wear what is known as isiago, which is a pattern fabric with lion motifs for men and elegant wrappers for women, called George. Now, both the Luo and Igbo have faced struggles in their respective countries. In Kenya, the Luo have often felt politically sidelined despite being one of the largest ethnic groups. They faced difficulties in securing high political office. Similarly, the Igbo people in Nigeria have faced political marginalizations, particularly following the Nigerian Civil War in the 1960s. For the Luo and Igbo people, the bride may stay with her in-laws for a short period in order for her to, integrate into the family and also observe her behavior and skills in running a home, although not mandatory. It is also important to note that in both the Luo and Igbo cultures, marriage is a community affair, not just between two individuals. The Luo practice what is called aye, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Basically, it's where the groom's family visits the bride's family for marriage negotiations. So it involves dowry, which is also known as bride price, often paid in cattle, goats, or money. Similarly, the Igbo have what is called ikuaka. That is a knocking ceremony where the groom's family formally asks for the bride's hand in marriage. Bride price, which is dowry, is common in both cultures, symbolizing appreciation to the bride's family. However, the amount depends on many factors, including education and social status. The traditional marriages are usually very, very colorful and full of music, food, and dancing, with the bride and the groom wearing elaborate attire. Fun fact: do you know that in the past, a widow could be inherited by her late husband's brother? This is termed wife inheritance. Have you heard of something like that? They're inheriting wife. But this practice is declining in both the Luo and Igbo community. Let me know down in the comment section. Is it still existing? Have you seen someone inheriting his brother's wife? Let me know down in the comment section. In the past, it was common for women to be isolated during menstrual period. This period of isolation was meant to prevent contact with other people, especially men, because it was believed that menstruating women could bring misfortune or bad luck. The Igbo people took this tax seriously to the extent that they have separate spaces or huts where menstruating women could actually stay, as it was thought that their presence could disrupt the spiritual and physical balance of village. But the good thing is that these practices have largely faded in both cultures. So the Luo people love fish because of the proximity to Lake Victoria. They love omena, which is silver cyprinid, and tilapia, and also Nile perch. They also eat ugali, which is a stiff porridge made from maize or millet flour, with traditional vegetables such as apoth, a wild vegetable often cooked with peanut sauce. And they also take beverages like bosa, which is a traditional beer made from fermented millet or maize. Ajono, a millet-based alcohol. Luo also enjoy tea, which is called chai, made with milk as well, and also chapati and other Kenyan staples. Some of these popular Igbo foods include the fufu and soup. Common soups include the ohwa soup, the bitter leaf soup, the ofe nsala soup, which is a white soup, often eaten with fufu, pounded yam, or gari. They also have what is called abacha, which is an African salad, a popular snack made with shredded cassava mixed with palm oil, crayfish, and vegetables. Yummy. They also have what is called unkobi, which is a spicy cow foot delicacy often served with palm wine. Let me know down in the comment section. If you're a Kenyan, have you drank palm wine? Do you love it? How does it taste? Let me know. Moving on, let's talk about the meal preparation. In the olden days, both the Igbo and the Luo people used grinding stones and mortar for various practical purposes related to food preparation, which were central to their daily life. For the Igbo people, the mortar was used for pounding cassava or yam. Grinding stones and mortar were used to crush spices like ginger, pepper, and garlic. And then for the Luo people, the grinding stone and mortar was used particularly to grind millets and sorghum, and also used to prepare uji, which is a porridge. Just like the Igbos, the mortar was also used to pound garlic, pepper, and ginger for cooking. So, both cultures embrace communal eating. Food is shared as a sign of unity. When it comes to influential figures, both communities have done remarkably well, to be honest. From the Luo, we have Barack Obama SR, which is the father of the former US President Barack Obama. We have Raila Odinga, Kenyan's veteran politician. We have Lupita Nyong'o, the famous Hollywood actress. And then from the Igbo, we have Nnamdi Azikiwe, which was Nigeria's first president. We have Chinua Achebe, the legendary writer of Things Fall Apart, and Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Director General of the World Trade Organization. The Luo conduct elaborate mourning ceremonies with wailing, traditional music, and even night vigils.
There's no way that I could have missed coming to say my last respects to my grandfather. And my Uncle Japhet told me whenever I reach the homestead that I cannot just come out of the car and walk to the house. He said I have to cry on the way to the homestead. I said, How do I cry, Uncle? He said, do this. What lo 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 lo. Mayo. Quara erai. Abiro. Quara incagne. Ibunda.
While the Igbo also have grand funerals as well, with the belief that a proper burial ensures the deceased to rest in peace. Funerals are elaborate and can last for days, involving traditional music, mourning songs, and feasting. So usually the first son is expected to take charge of burial and funeral arrangements. Traditionally, both communities believed in a supreme being. The Luo called him Inyasaye, and the Igbo called him Chukwu. So both groups had ancestral worship and spiritual practices. Today, Christianity is dominant among both the Luo and the Igbo people, though traditional beliefs still influence daily life. Now, one major difference is circumcision. The Luo do not traditionally practice male circumcision, while the Igbo circumcise their boys as a rite of passage into manhood. Superstitions are part of everyday life in both communities. The Luo believe in spirits, generational curses, and omens. And the Igbo also fear what is called Ogbanje children, believed to die and be reborn repeatedly. Now, this is really interesting. Do you know the Igbo people and the Luo people actually share names? These names could reflect common African cultural elements, while some names in both languages reflect birth circumstances, like Okoro in Igbo and Okof in Luo. We have Akomo in Igbo, which is born during planting. We have Akomo also in Luo, which means born in prosperous. We have Ojuku, which is son of Juku, is a common surname in the Luo community. And we have Ojuku, which means strong in Igbo language. We also have Odera, which is God is in agreement or God writes. And then in the Luo community, we have what is called Odero, which means powerful. We also have Okeyo in Luo, which means born during harvest. In Igbo, it means my share has come. Still Okeyo, meaning my share has come. Also, Akin is a name for a strong person or a warrior in Igbo. And then in Luo, Akinyi, with the addition of Y and I, means to be born in the morning. We also have another name called Obi. It's a name given to a boy in Igbo language. And we also have Obi, which means he or she in Luo. Now, it is important to note that both languages contain words related to family, nature, and spirituality that may sound similar due to migrations, and trade routes in Africa. These similarities are mostly coincidental and not evidence of a direct connection between these two languages. Do you still think the Igbo people have links with the Luos, considering that there are some Igbos in Cameroon, and also coupled with the fact that some historians found the last Luos in Cameroon, although phased out now due to intermarriages? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Isn't it amazing how two communities from different parts of Africa share so much in common? Africa is truly one big family. The Luo and the Igbo, despite being miles apart, share traditions, beliefs, and values that shows our common heritage. Imagine how much more we have in common across Africa. What other cultures do you think are connected? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Asante Sana. Dalu.